Have you ever encountered an error message that left you scratching your head? I can't cast object to parental interface is one such message that has puzzled many developers. But what does it really mean? And more importantly, how do we resolve this issue? In today's video, we'll delve into the world of object-oriented programming and explore the concept of casting objects to interfaces. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what's going on behind the scenes and how to troubleshoot similar errors in your own code. So let's start with the basics. In object-oriented programming, an interface is essentially a contract that defines a set of methods that must be implemented by any class that implements it. Think of it like a blueprint for a house. Just as the blueprint outlines the features and structure of the house, an interface outlines the methods and properties that a class must have. Now, when we create an object from a class that implements an interface, we can treat that object as if it were of the type of the interface. This is known as upcasting. For example, let's say we have an interface called parent and a class called child that implements it. We can create a child object and assign it to a variable of type parent. However, things get tricky when we try to cast an object to its parental interface. This is known as downcasting. In our example, if we try to cast a parent object to a child object, the compiler will throw an error. I can't cast object to parental interface. But why? The reason is that the compiler doesn't know whether the parent object actually contains all the properties and methods of the child class. Maybe it's just a plain old parent object with no connection to the child class whatsoever. So, to avoid any potential errors or crashes at runtime, the compiler prevents us from making this cast. So, what are the from today's discussion? Firstly, remember that interfaces define a contract for classes to implement. Secondly, upcasting is when we treat an object of a subclass as if it were of its superclass or interface type. And lastly, downcasting is when we try to cast an object to its parental interface. But this can be tricky and may result in error. And that's all for today's video. We hope you now have a better understanding of what the error message "I can't cast object to parental interface" really means. If you're still unclear or have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to like it and subscribe for more programming content. See you in the next video.